So I am warmly welcoming you all venerables and upasikas and our Bantes and all other Dhamma friends. So today the topic is, do you believe in rebirth? I have to ask the question from you all. So I think taking the refuge of Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, and especially taking the refuge of Buddha means we are believing that about the rebirth. I hope all of you all are here, because Lord Buddha was talking about even his previous lives and also about the future lives of next Buddhas even. So in large aspect or the gross aspect, yes, that Lord Buddha has deeply discussed about the rebirth. But when it comes to the realization, we are moving backward, and coming to the present moment. So here mainly I will be focusing on, and in my previous talk as well, so how the rebirth is happening in the next moment. This present moment, and how the next birth is going to happen in the next moment. So hope you all have heard about that. Okay, when we are talking about the rebirth, so the major teaching of Buddha that which we have to consider about is dependent origination, paticca samuppada. So that's where we can actually realize what this rebirth is, how this rebirth is happening, and how we can come out of this rebirth cycle. So in coming out of this rebirth cycle, it's the most difficult thing. So if I ask the question from you all, so are you all aware about how the rebirth is happening? You can raise your hand, those who you know well aware about how the rebirth is happening. Then I know that you have some sort of idea about the process. So okay, one yes I heard, and so somebody else. Okay. So what does it mean by rebirth? So what is your idea about when this term is coming? Okay, because I see the picture here, I'll take an example of two mangoes. Some of you all have heard about that. Two mangoes. Let's say we had mango in the evening, in the afternoon for breakfast, lunch done, right? Yes, but we didn't get the seed. So after eating the fruit, we are throwing out the seed. Then what's happening to the seed? If it gets relevant right conditions, something like will disappear, coming out. A new plant will be coming out from the seed. And then slowly, it will be becoming bigger and bigger, and a big plant, a big tree will be growing, and flowers will be coming, and then again the fruits will be coming, no? So that's how, from a seed of mango, how the rebirth is happening. It is converting into another big tree and another mango. So that is how we can understand the mechanism of ourselves through the concepts of the nature, through the mechanisms of nature. By understanding how the things are happening in the nature, I think the Blessed One most of the time has taken examples from the nature, right? So, if we are to, okay, I would say in this way, that we don't know about our previous lives. Right? Buddha was speaking about his previous lives and other arahants and the people who were there, and Buddha even he was explaining, he was emphasizing, telling stories about other people. Even his Buddha's mother, she died, and she was reborn again in heaven, right? And Buddha has visited her in the heaven to preach Abhidhamma. So there are many stories. Therefore, having kept the belief in our mindset, we have to go for the investigation. That is the real message of Buddha. So Buddha preached in Kalama Sutta. So that Ayya preached so many things, but don't believe in them or don't accept, even as I said, or there may be the things in the books saying that Ayya preached, but don't believe in them, don't accept them, unless otherwise you practice by yourself and realize by yourself. Right? So that is why we are here, and that's what we were discussing yesterday as well. So that we were talking about the seeds, plant the seeds, to plant the seeds inside your hearts. So how this has to be done, and how we have to do the investigation. When it comes to the deeper understanding side, investigation side, so what we have to do is, and I was explaining yesterday, the first thing you have to do is come to the present moment and not to worry about rebirth or future life or the previous life, but to concern about, thoroughly think about this life, this moment, and about today. Right? Today, how we are going to spend the day. Today, how to spend the day. And how we spend the day today will decide how it's going to spend tomorrow. Right? So therefore, in this dependent origination also, I think you have learned that, right? Dependent origination, the Bhantes should have been discussing about this in detail. So, when it comes to depending origination, usually people think that it is about previous life, this life, and next life. Right? But Buddha has taken us into the slightest, subtlest thing, where it matters, which matter is this moment, next moment, and the previous moment. And mostly the here and now, present moment. Okay? So, if you are happy, if you are in joy, if you are in peace here and now, what will happen the next moment? It's also the same flow will be going forward, right? Isn't that so? So you have to share your experience. You have to That's why the application means that you have to apply these things into your day-to-day life and see how applicable it is to my life. Actually, the Buddha is born in this world for us to show Nibbana, right? So Nibbana is not something that we have to achieve or attained. It is something that we say, you may attain Nibbana, right? Even when we are doing the blessing, we say the same thing. You may attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. But it is not something to attain. When you let go of things, when you eliminate things, what are the things? The attachments, kilesas, defilements. When you let go of the things, as a result of that is why dependent origination, as a result of that, the inner peace, the joy, the happiness will be born, will be emerging, the right way of expressing. So we have to be mindful of most of the time how to express, how to convey the Buddha's message through the right words. So that if we take in simple terms what this Nibbana is, we call it supreme bliss of Nibbana, right? Which means a blissful state, a peaceful state of the mind. So how to come to this peaceful state of the mind? Why this peaceful state of mind is destroyed? How it's being destroyed? Because of the bondages. Because of the cravings. Because of the greediness. So coming back to the source, because of the ignorance. Ignorance means not knowing the truth. Truth of what? Truth of the mechanism here. Mechanism of, you have learned Four Noble Truths. How the suffering is being formed. Once you realize how the suffering is being formed, what will be, and you're finding the cause, and what will be the remaining thing? The blissful state. To experience the blissful state, you have to come to the present moment, here and now. So, can we always be here and now? Can you always stay with here and now? Okay, now I am asking you a question. No. Then what's happening?
Yes.
Yeah, so it depends on your practice. It depends on your practice. So someone can say yes, so which means he has the practice and he is fully confident about that, right? So that's why we are discussing with others. So if it's not possible, why? What's happening? Lord Buddha was mainly delivered his preaching about the mind, the behavior of the mind. So because of the behavior of the mind, the nature of the mind is moving to the past, moving to the future, right? Mostly not involving, not aware about the present moment. So usually we say our mind is behaving like a monkey. What is the behavior of the monkey? He's jumping from branch to branch, and sometimes like a mad monkey, sometimes behaving in a very aggressive way. And also there's a nice thing that we are talking about. It's like when we give a knife to a monkey, how he is using the knife. He has not trained to use the knife. He will move the knife here and there, and even he will cut his own, himself, his tails and the legs even. So our mind is like that. Our mind is like a monkey. Mind is jumping from this moment to past and the future. So jumping to the past and the future is not a problem as long as you are aware. As long as you are aware, okay, now we are talking about yesterday's things. Yesterday we were discussing about this, and tomorrow we will be doing this. We are going to plan tomorrow these kind of things, right? So, but the thing is, there's sometimes, or most of the time, it depends with the person's the skills. Unconsciously, mind will be jumping to the past or the future. That's where, if mind is unconsciously jumping to the past and the future, and we don't know what's happening with the mind, it will be creating thoughts and thoughts and thoughts, and then what's happening as a result of that, emotions will be formed, feelings will be formed, and sometimes they are positive, sometimes they are negative. So, as I was explaining yesterday, that other most crucial sutta preached by Buddha is Satipatthana Sutta. There, Buddha was teaching us, showing us the path to practice, how to come to the present moment, how to be mindful, the 4 stages of mindfulness. So, that the natural behavior or inherent behavior of the mind or habitual behavior of the mind is jumping to the past and the future unconsciously. So through these mindfulness practices, we are learning to be here and now. We are learning to be merged with the present moment. Then we know how the mind is behaving, how the mind is producing thoughts, how the thoughts are working inside. If we are really alert to this moment, that these are thoughts coming, then what's happening? We are becoming able to recognize, okay, these are good thoughts, these are bad thoughts. So what is the purpose of your life? To have a blissful state, right? So if you are to have a blissful state, what kind of thoughts that you should be implemented within yourself, or what kind of thoughts that you should convert into verbs and actions? Good and happy thoughts, peaceful thoughts, wholesome thoughts. The bad thoughts, greedy thoughts, the other negative thoughts are coming. So what to be done with them? Just to let them go. Just let them pass. So now I easily explain the things. Is it when it comes to your life, is it that much easy? So just raise your hand, those who say, yes, we now do easily, Venerable. So we let them go of the negative thoughts, and we are only focusing, we can very consciously choose the positive thoughts, and we are just only implementing them. So, so if you can raise your hand, so then I don't want to continue with the talk or the practice, or you don't want to talk about the practice, right? So, Nobody is there? Or is anybody there who can raise your hand? Okay. So then, which means that I can continue. So then I will be discussing with you all, okay, how to have a the mindful life, how to live in the present moment, right? There we will be discussing, okay, yesterday we did some the sitting, mindful sitting, mindful listening, and also that we will be, we have to do, we should try to do most of the activities mindfully. Which means we have to do means we are paying attention to ourselves. Here and now, we are paying attention to ourselves. What's happening here? What is the mechanism here? So what's happening to the thoughts which are coming and how the thoughts are coming? The Lord Buddha's instruction is to live a life which is beneficial for oneself, yourself, myself, as well as others. So how to have this life? How to achieve this life, this way of living? So there we are usually talking how to practice mindfulness. So while you are sitting, while you are walking, while you are eating, while you are watching TV, while you are talking, throughout the day, even when you are going to sleep in the night. So to practice this, which means you have to come to the awareness that I am living in the present moment. I am here and now. So how can you recognize that you are living here and now? How can you recognize that you are living here and now? So now you all can share with me, Venerable. Is anybody doing some mindful sleeping here? Not yet. So you yesterday requested not to awaken you, right? Not to let you wake up, because you said that through meditation, once you wake up, you can't go to sleep.
That's true.
That's true, because when the mind is so awakened, you won't be able to sleep. Because no danger, because the good energy is awakened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So which means we have to train ourselves in a far better way. So I am asking a question, how that we can get to know that we are here and now. Now you can talk. So now you're not talking even. You're not answering my question even. So you are in the noble silence.
Yeah.
Oh, sleepy. Listening. Okay, so let me tell you a story. Okay, so just to let's have little mindful fun. So that's where there is an old story. It's about how an elephant was trained, right? Towards efficient life, because elephant is a servant of human beings. So if he is happy, he will be giving his service. If he is efficient, he will be giving his service to the human beings. So there was a king. This king has an elephant. This elephant used to perform his duties very well. But after some time, elephant was so negative and he was not performing well. He was not doing his duties well. So then that it was informed to the king. Then king has said, just send the elephant away. So we don't want to keep that elephant, bring another new elephant. So then there was a wise minister, and he said, no king, let me investigate what's wrong with the elephant. So then he went to the place where elephant is, and he was staying, and he was watching even in the night. So then he heard some sounds behind where elephant is, behind the elephant, the place where he stays. Behind that, he heard some sounds. Then he slowly went and had a look. Then he noted some thieves were there, and they were discussing about doing some robberies, stealing, and negative things and bad things. So this is the thing which has affected the elephant. Association of bad people. But how come the elephant is going to hear understand the sounds, the what they were talking? That is the transmission of energy, the bad energy, bad vibes. Right? So then the minister came to the king and explained the story. So he said that let's change the situation, conditions. Dependent origination, simply, right? Let's change the conditions. So then minister suggested, let's invite some monks and let's do some chanting and Dhamma discussions and meditations just near elephant is. So they did that. And what happened? Elephant changed into the positive side. So if elephant can do, why not we? That's why I always, since yesterday I'm telling you, I'm trying to plant the seeds of possibilities. It's possible. We can do it. Right? That is what in Karaniya Metta Sutta, Sakko. That we can do it. So, now I am coming back to the practice. How we have to practice? We have to, number one, we have to come to the present moment. We have to come to the awareness about the present moment. So, how are we getting to know that we are in the present moment? So, now you have to tell me. You can talk now. Venerable. I will not sleep any of you all, let you sleep. Is anybody of you all having mindful sleeping? No. Okay. So how are we supposed to get to know that we are in the present moment? Now you are are you present? I'm asking the audience as well. Are you present? Okay, just raise your hand, those who can say that you are present. Okay, like this. Okay, everybody. So then how do you perceive that you are present? Oh, can you feel your breathing? Breath? Yes. Okay, just pay attention to your breath. How is it? Even I can feel. When I pay my attention to my breathing, I feel like taking more deep breaths. Because it's like, because keep on talking and you need more oxygen. So take a long deep breath. Now take a long deep breath. Feel how the heart area and the tummy. any moment, if you feel sleepy, if you feel stressed, if you feel lazy, just try to take some deep, long breaths. Get some oxygen. Fuel yourself with the oxygen. So, even when you go to the top of the mountain, even you go to the beach, right? So, that's how you can merge with the energy. Take long, deep breaths. Right? Breathing is one thing. So what else? How can you perceive that you are in the present moment? Feelings. Sensations, in the sense, sensations of the body. That you can feel the sensations. That you are sitting, that you can feel that you are the robes and the clothes. The touching sensations are there. And what else? You called today? One thing? You called? Yesterday he said, I'm very cold. So can you feel the coldness? The warmness inside the robes and the clothes? You can feel the warmness and the coldness in this present moment. What else? You eating something now? What taste are there inside your mouth? Saliva. Yeah, you feel what is there inside your mouth. So that's again the present moment. And with the ears, sounds are coming to the ears. And what is the next the most important thing? If you are present, you can be aware about this. What's that? Now even you have. What's that? Huh? Oh my God, you can't remember. So these are the simple things which I am sharing with you all for your practice. Because I can understand you are filled with too many things. So these are the things which are needed for our practice. Small things. What is the other most crucial thing that you have to be aware? When you are in the present moment, you can catch it. Thoughts. Thoughts as thoughts. Huh? Okay, shall we just pay your attention to yourself now? Take a long deep breath and hold it for a few seconds and let it pass slowly, slowly, slowly. And feel the relaxation. And again take a long deep breath. And let it pass slowly, slowly. Again, take a long deep breath. Let yourself relax. And let it pass slowly, slowly. Now, just observe whether thoughts are coming or not. If thoughts are coming, see how many thoughts will be moving around. Okay, did you notice any? No? Yes. Okay, raise your hand, those who didn't notice any thoughts, know any thoughts. Or if the thoughts were there, you noticed thoughts. Raise your hand, those who notice thoughts. So we have to say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That is the greatest thing, greatest ability that has to be within you. Then once you are capable of recognizing thoughts as thoughts, then when anger is going to happen? And you won't be able to catch. Now the anger is going to happen. These are the causes. Because this is what we call wise reflection. Yoniso manasikara. You know, yoni means in Pali and in, I think, in Sinhalese also, the vagina. Vagina is the place where child, baby, is born. Now we are talking about which babies? Thought babies. Right? Thought babies. From where the thoughts are born? Can you see how the thoughts are being born? So why that we should be aware about how the thoughts are coming to our territory? Because thoughts are the culprit, I would say, when it comes to form the suffering. Huh? Am I wrong? What do you say? Right? How the suffering is being made? Because of the collection of thoughts. The moment, that is where we have to be skilled to catch the thoughts. We won't be able to catch the thoughts, always, but when we are going into deep understanding, so more you become, more you aware, more you capable of catching the thoughts. Then we are in the process of understanding how the mechanism is, how the anger is happening, how the anger is being created, how the aversions are being created, how the greediness is being created, how the lustful feelings are coming. Then if we are aware, what we can do? If we can catch the thoughts at the beginning. You are the master of your mind, not the slave of your mind. You become the master. You know, okay, you become able to recognize, okay, these are good thoughts, these are altruistic thoughts, these are compassionate thoughts, these are bad thoughts, these are the worrying thoughts. So these thoughts I should just let them go. These thoughts I should implement. Is it easy as I am explaining? So that's why Lord Buddha said, you have to keep on practicing. Practice to come to the present moment. The mind will be jumping. Thoughts will be coming. So with your practice, with our practice, we are becoming smart people, skilled people in recognizing mainly that in simple terms, because I am trying to be more simple, right? How to be happy, how to have a joyful life, how to have peace in life, how to free from stress. So we are aware about the mechanism of how the stress is being formed. So then if we are aware about the mechanism, if we know how it's being formed, then we can eliminate that or get rid of that, or we can be free from. Because we can turn the way of thinking towards the better way of life, better way of thinking. Okay, so maybe let's practice for a few minutes. So I was telling you to love yourself. Now I am teaching today how to love yourself. You are the best lover. You are the best friend. Right? So you can just sit with your back erect, straight, and just relax. If the sleepiness is coming, also be mindful, right? This is, you are becoming mindful to yourself. At the beginning, you can say, I am here and now. I am here and now. When you are here and now, the first thing you can notice is that you are sitting, your sitting posture. Pay attention from top of the head until the feet and the legs, your sitting posture. If you are sitting cross-legged, you will feel the whole body as a pyramid, like a Buddha statue. Just relax, just lighten the muscles of the body, don't tighten. And also you can hear the sounds which are coming to your ears. Sounds are happening, not yesterday's sounds, not tomorrow's sounds, sounds which are happening here and now, including this voice. When that voice is not there, some sort of silence you can experience. And you can feel the touch of the clothes. That is also a present moment experience. There are so many present moment experiences where we can notice, observe. And look at all those things, all these things from a distance, that as such somebody is watching from outside, like somebody is watching from the top. Be distant and be an observer. Observe. Sounds are there, but we are not involving with the sounds. You can just hear this voice. The bodily sensations are there. Even with that, we are not going to involve with. And you can slowly, slowly come to your breathing. Feel how nicely the in-breath is happening and the out-breath is moving. And accordingly, heart is moving, tummy is moving in and out. Just let go of everything. You can notice, you can feel what is happening here and now. And you can slowly come to the gaps between in-breath, out-breath. If you can notice, okay. Even if you cannot notice, it's also okay. See how the in-breath is starting and just fading away. And there's a gap. Again, out-breath, starting, changing, fading away. Just let yourself relax. Even you may detach from everything, present moment experience even. Let yourself go into deep, deep relaxation. So if the thoughts are coming, there you can clearly see them as thoughts. In this moment, we are not going to deal with any thoughts. Recognize them, just let them pass. Don't give any value to the thoughts. Be distant from them. Because your inner nature is very calm and quiet. You don't want to involve with the thoughts. Let them pass away. Just notice that if you are in a calm and quiet, peaceful state, when the thoughts are coming, even sometimes thoughts may not be there, but sometimes thought can come one or two or few. Then you can be distant from them. You can be detached. You are not attaching to them or rejecting them. They are just moving around like clouds which are floating in the sky. No connection. Awareness is there. Awareness has come to the top. Okay, you can slowly open your eyes. And the moment you open your eyes, again notice inside yourself whether there are any thoughts. You got the thought of drinking water. Very good. You notice it. That's where your rebirth is. So that's how the rebirth is happening. Right? Which means that have you noticed that you were in a very peaceful state? The audience back? Did you notice that there was a peaceful state? Maybe one moment, 2 moments, few moments, right? So which means sort of disconnected. Did you experience? That's where Lord Buddha showed us the disconnection. I was talking yesterday, the breaking points, pauses. So even the thoughts are there. Can you notice you can stay without attaching to them or just having the bondages without thoughts? Can you notice that? Thoughts are there. Thoughts are coming and going. That there is one Zen master called Suzuki, I think. Yesterday I mentioned this to you as well. He said, when the thoughts are coming, don't serve them tea. Like the guests are coming into your house, or that they are coming to your compound, maybe that we'll be coming on Pindapata and asking for alms. In Sri Lanka, here I don't know where you won't be seeing that much. In Sri Lanka, that when we go on Pindapata, just standing in front of the house with the bowl. So some are just don't care, even they are Buddhist. Some are coming and offering, which means they are welcoming us. If they are welcoming, that we are okay, that we are accepting. Sometimes say okay, sukhi ontu, and sometimes say a few words. Right? If you are not welcoming, we have to leave. So in the same way, thoughts, they have to leave. Because we don't care about thoughts. So how the value is being given, the value giving is happening due to what reasons? Yeah. So then, which means that if that the continuation, that we don't see that there are these the stopping points. When the Angulimala is being met with the Lord Buddha, what Buddha asked was from Angulimala, stop. Stop. So that what you have to learn is how to stop. You know how to run the machine. No? How to carry it away, that is actually unconsciously happening, carried away by the thoughts. So what we have not practiced, what you have done in our previous lives is this, how to stop. That you have come here, now you venerables and upasikas, that you have sort of separation has happened. Sort of distance has happened from your families, right? So which means you can observe more clearly than when you were with your relatives. Isn't that so? This is what you have to develop. This is what you have to practice. Then you will understand that how these things are being arising. The anger is arising, the compassion is arising, everything, positive and negative, due to causes and effects. Again, Buddha has preached, yesterday also I was taking that into consideration, this the Loma Sakangiya Baddeka Ratta Sutta. There Buddha is preaching, do not stay in the past, do not dwell in the past, don't attach to the future. Just be present. Being present, so investigate the phenomena which are happening here and now. So we can come back to the mechanism here. So what we have to study the mechanism of who we are. How this mechanism is happening, that I, me, mine is happening. The all sort of emotions and feelings happening. How? Through eyes, through ears, through nose, through tongue and the body, and the main operating system is done by the mind. So how this seeing mechanism is happening? How this hearing mechanism is happening? How this tasting is happening? The Buddha has explained it nicely. That is what we have to follow. And we have to find out. That's where the causes and effects. The certain causes are being together. And as a result of that, the seeing is happening. We can see. We say we can see. So there it's totally wrong. Right? So then you will say, oh, how come? There's a seeing, I told you, there's a seeing without seer. There's thinking without thinker. They are hearing without a listener. Which means, okay, Buddha has explained these things. So we have to go and dig deep into the philosophical matters and investigate how come. I can think, no. Huh? This is the way, no, I can think, I can see. How come it's that the mechanism happening here? There, the Buddha has shown us for seeing to happen, 3 facts has to be together. 3 facts are to be in contact. What are these 3 facts? 3 causes. How do you see? How do you see? How do you see? How do you see? Huh? To where seeing can happen? Good. That's one of the greatest reasons. Imagine that you are in a totally dark room. We are in a totally dark room. Suranga, switch off all the lights. So what will happen? What will happen? Can we see? So then one of the major reasons is the light for us, for seeing to happen. Not for us to see, for seeing to happen. What are the other things? Yeah, okay. You all know. Everybody knows, it seems. Right? So, this eye has to be there. And the mind has to there to perceive, right? This is seeing, not hearing, not touching, not feeling, taste. And the form is there. Let's say that in the night, you are sleeping, that somebody is coming and opening your eyes and showing you something. Can you see? You are in the sleep, deep sleep. Can you see? Why? Huh? Mind is not working. Mind is in a sort of off mode. But eyes are opened. The form is also there. That now here, can you realize the 3 factors has to be together? Let's say that now you are there, your mind is working. I close your eyes and I take you somewhere and asking you, now can you say what is in front of your eyes? Your eyes are closed. We have tied up with a piece of cloth. Huh? Can you say what is in front of your eyes? Which means eyes alone cannot see. Mind alone cannot see. Even the form is there, no problem, no way. Even the light has to be there. So these causes has to be together for seeing mechanism to happen. Right? Seeing happen. Right? Then what's happening after seeing? What's happening? What's this? Now seeing happen, then, but at the moment, the simultaneously, at the same time, you see this is a bottle. Labeling is also happening at the same time so fast. That in the Bahya Sutta, Lord Buddha told Bahya, in the scene, it's merely seen. Ditte ditta mattang bhavisati. Now let's go to the baby stage. Like, let's say that you are few months old baby. So now I show you this thing. Can you say what this is?
There's no memory.
Rather, memory will say data. You have no data. So now what do you have? You are filled with too much of data, right? That's why the Arahant's mind is, it says, as same as baby's mind. Then we can get an idea. Right? So, as a baby, yesterday I was teaching you how to practice this open eye meditation, Animisalochana Puja, without even blinking for few seconds. Have you all tried that? No, I don't think. Anybody tried that? No. Yeah, these things, that's why. We can we can keep on talking like parrots. But if you are not practicing, no point. These things I am sharing with you all what I have practiced. So what our Lord Buddha did. Then you can analyze what this is. If we are to experience the real inner peace and happiness in this very life, so these things you have to practice. You are born to practice, experience, investigate. So, now I was saying, seeing is happening without a person. Seeing is just a mechanism, just a process. Hearing is just a process. So how come the owner is coming? I see. I heard. He blamed me yesterday. Then I will give the return. Yeah, how that you are going to tell the ownership, okay? Whose bottle is this? Ayya's bottle. So then you are giving me the ownership towards this side. So that's why this process is the process which you have to discuss. Seeing is happening. Okay, then look at this thing. You see this. Look at this screen. Then what has happened to this seeing? This is finished, and then new seeing is happening. Yeah. Now, are you aware about this is finished? It's automatically happening. That's where we have to, this machine has a capacity to recognize, that is what we call wisdom, that it is finished. That's why in Sela Sutta, the Bhikkhuni Sela was saying to the Mara, Hetum paticca sambhuta hetu bhanga nirujjati. When the certain causes are there, the phenomena is happening. When the causes are not there, phenomena is not happening. Finished. That's why I showed you. So when you are converting, when your attention is changed to the listening, you can't see. Now try and see whether you can see and listen at the same time. You will say, yes, we do. Isn't that your answer? Seeing and listening happening so fast. But that's where we have to go deep into the investigation. Then we start to see, seeing, it is not easy to catch, right? But once you have this knowledge, once you have this, the Suttamaya Jnana, what you call, through listening you gain some understanding. Then you have to practice this. You have to investigate how come it's going to happen. You have to apply to yourself and see. Seeing is happening at one time, hearing is happening another time. Just maybe you should have been watching films, right? Even now we watch this film. So just look at my face and the things, and okay, she has the bald hair, the shaved hair, and she has this color of robe. But hearing is happening, no? That's where I gave you the example when a fan is rotating. See that at the time of you born, as a newly born baby, you see the rotating fan, fast rotating fan. You have never seen the stopped fan, off fan. In the same way, we have never seen that we stopped, the stoppages, the breaking points here. That is where impermanent nature means. Anicca nature means. We are talking and preaching and, but we have to experience this, what this impermanent nature, anicca nature. In the gross way, yes, we can do. But we have to go in the subtler level. That's where then when we go to the subtler level, that's what we call vipassana meditation, insight meditation. Then this mind can understand, this inner nature can understand that it can be digested. That is how the digestion is happening when we deeply penetrate into the point and investigate. What is this? Is this a noun or a verb? This is a noun. Okay, this is difficult. Let's take rain. Rain is a noun or a verb? Rain. Rain is a noun. When we say rain, even it's rain. No, it's coming like. But is it actually what is? What is it? What is happening inside the rain? The one drop by drop, droplets are falling down. What is it? It's a process. Huh? Action, process. But we have named it as, not we, right? Long time back, some stupid minds, not enlightened minds, have given the names. What do you say? Now we have been caught with the names and we have driven by the names. So we have to understand this truth. Knowingly, we are using. Right? So then now I am going to ask, what is this? Is this a noun or a verb? Now we have to go deep into this. Just take a small piece of this and put into a microscope. What is this made out of? Molecules. You know everybody, right? Atoms and molecules. So then it's easy. But when it comes to Buddhism, Buddha has said it's made out of the elements, or the tiniest particle is being called Shuddhastaka. I don't know how to call it in English. It is the 8 elements. There are 8 types, the tiniest particle. So let's take easiest way, the molecules. The neutrons, electrons and protons in the atom. So what is the nature of them? Constantly moving. Moving. Right? So can we see it's moving here, this bottle? No. That's what we call wisdom. We cannot understand this truth through these eyes. So we have to just little bit dig deep into it. Then that's what I was mentioning with you all yesterday. Buddha said in Bahudhatuka Sutta that you have to be expertise on dhatu kusalocha hoti. The behavior of the dhatus, elements. How which means the form. Right? So then that we can't see with this naked eyes, with this normal state of the mind, how things are happening. That's where you have to be little bit mindful and be meditative. But you are not sleepy. No, you don't feel sleepy? It's so nice. Yeah, so that, do you? So I am collecting some, the Buddha's teaching to show you how the rebirth is happening and how to come out of it. Yeah. Because of this past movement, because we think everything as constant, we don't see the impermanent nature. Therefore, what is happening? The rebirth is happening. Because we don't know how to stop. Yeah, we have to see this. That is the main teachings of the Buddha. The impermanent nature, non-self, the suffering nature, and the non-self nature. These are the principles. Where actually the reality. That how the subject is coming to action. Okay, then the seeing is happening. On top of seeing, I say, this is my bottle. Then what is that?
There's no sound.
That is thinking.
Yeah.
That is, the thoughts are being produced. That is a thought. What is happening to the thoughts? Thought, it's arising and passing away. Arising and passing away. Right? That is why, that is the where this Bahya Sutta comes. In the seen, it's merely seen. In the heard, it's merely heard. In the sense, it's merely sensed. In the cognized, it's merely cognized. This is just a process. That's where we have to dig deep into the mechanism, and then we will slowly we will be able to get to know. The understanding will be coming. Not that we are also coming to know. Understanding is coming out of the system. This is the changing nature is here, but they are not interconnected. That is not with the chain of thoughts. Like we see that I am there, that I want to be like that, I want to be a doctor, engineer, I want to attain Nibbana, I want to be an enlightened one, I want to be an extreme entrant. So the things are happening. That the thought process, the chain of thoughts are there together, and the feelings are happening, and the emotions are happening. But there, we have to see that merely the thoughts and the phenomena is happening. Seeing is happening, hearing is happening, the feeling sensations are happening because of the ability of the consciousness. This consciousness has a special ability to perceive seeing, to perceive hearing. It is the ability of the consciousness when it is with that relevant causes. Not that somebody is doing. This impermanent nature, the based on the mechanism of who we are. The we are means the seeing, hearing, the feeling sensations and thinking. Right? This is based on Bahya Sutta. So that's because we think that this process is happening constantly. Right? So, but we don't see the breaking points. So that's why I was just, I am trying to balance the discussions and the practice. Because I will take you to practice without the knowledge of how the mechanism is happening, right? When you are not aware about mechanism, how the mechanism is happening, which means how the egoic mindset is being developed, then it's difficult for you will be doing just the practice or you will be just listening to the talk. These things has to be together, combined.
How does that link to rebirth? That is my question.
So why this, the rebirth is happening? Because we don't see the changing nature, impermanent nature, non-self nature. For you to see the changing nature, you have to see that things are not in a flux, not constantly happening. There are breaking points. That is why, because of that, I took the example of a moving fan, right? So when the fan is moving fast, what's happening? We can't see the gaps. We can't see that the separate wings are there. In the same way, when this fan is moving fast, we can't see that the separate thoughts are there. The emotions, okay, let's say that one moment you develop the anger, and next moment you can laugh because of this changing nature. Right? If you, like during the meditation in the earlier session, the few minutes ago, so I asked the question, did you notice how the thoughts are coming? Did you notice how the thoughts are coming? Then if you notice one thought is arising, or few thoughts, let's say, arising and the cessation of the thoughts, where the cessation is, if you can stay there, then there won't be rebirth. And if the thought is arising, you are no more attached to thoughts. I think when you become mindful to here and now, I was asking that, can you notice when the thoughts are coming as thoughts? That is what we have not done, right? That is what you have not done, right? Then you start to practice this thing. That is why at least take 5 minutes, 10 minutes of your time in a day. So pay attention to yourself. That's what I was doing, the guided meditation. Right? Then I was just slowly moving into the deep things. So then you are becoming capable of, even at, when you are in the conducive states, in the busy environment, working environment, that there will be sometimes, not always, that even, okay, let me give you one example, where Buddha has given the example that where you experience your first awakening. He had given an example. It's like when you are in a totally dark room, right? The room is utterly dark, very dark, right? Then there's a gold patra, alms bowl. Then the lightning is happening. When the lightning is happening for a moment, you start to see that the golden patra. It's for one moment in the whole darkness. So in the same way, you will be in the conducive environment, busy environment, let's say the total darkness. But there will be a one moment you see that, oh, that I have the anger, but sometimes when you are changing to something else, you are totally out of anger for a moment. It's breaking. So these things are not familiar to you, I accept. I accept. You can't understand, I accept. But you can understand. Because I will tell you, I will share with my experience about my mother. She is not a well-educated person. She doesn't know anything about Dhamma. But I was keep on teaching her about, okay, these are thoughts, just observe these thoughts, this is the way you have to do, right? Now she says, I can understand. Okay, then I am asking. So sometimes she's just talking gossip or something. I am asking, what is this? They are just thoughts. At least she can understand. See that if at a point, even at a point, because you don't know the value of even to recognize something for a second. That's what it means by Shana Sampati, the greatest importance of this present moment. So it is hard. So this you haven't heard earlier. But this, even for the first time you are listening to this. You will be unhappy, but you will be happy one day. There is no lay life or ordained life, or the monk's life. I was telling at the beginning, make your mind ordained wherever you are. Because I started my practice while I was working in the office, very busy life, right? It was a whole mess in the office. So that's why I want to give it to you, because I did it, so you can do it. It's difficult. And also, that I have to tell the same thing again and again. You are saying that, okay, this is like samsara, that we have to do the same practice again and again. Buddha said, bhavito bahulikato, abhinyaya sambodhaya nibbānaya sangvati. Bhavita bahulikata means you have to keep on doing. You have to keep on listening to the same thing. This is a very small portion. It is not even difficult, but when we are, okay, I think you all should be knowing the Upul sir, that who's coming from Sri Lanka, Nilambe Meditation Center. He's one of my the earlier teachers. I used to go and meditate there. He has given us a nice this statement. At the beginning, it's impossible. While doing, it's possible. At last, it's nothing. Explaining, even Buddha, the Supreme Lord of Buddha, he thought, how come I am going to tell these things to people?
I've been actually practicing this just to share with the brothers and sisters here. And a car just swerved right in front of me. Yeah. Slam on the brakes, yeah. But that split moment, I could see my anger arising. And within that split moment, another mind came in. Is it beneficial? And within that split moment, that anger just dropped. No point. The mind said, there's no point in getting angry. The situation is such, it's as is. We just accept it as is. That's it.
That is the power of awareness.
That's the power of moment to moment. On a daily basis.
Of the awareness of the moment.
Power of the, awareness of that moment. So if you are able to, that is why Ayya is actually trying to get down to those basics, because it's those basics which will actually then attribute towards your next karma.
And that is where he died. I don't know, a monk or a nun died differently? I don't know. I have no experience.
Yes. So when it comes to death, right? It doesn't matter whether you are a nun or a monk or a lay person. What matters is whether your mind is in the state of ordained state or the practice state. That is actually what matters. I mean, how much you have practiced. So in your case, when you were saying, yes, that you can use your words to calm down the person when he's at deathbed. But actually, what is happening in the deathbed? So all five senses are going in the off mode. That is the same thing happening in the meditation, right? So let's take that you are going to the deep meditation and you are very calm and quiet, no thoughts. That is where we called that the consciousness is not more manifested. It is in the unmanifested way, right? That you can, it's like you are not dead, not fainted, but there's some sort of aliveness is there, let's say, right? But all of a sudden, some sort of mental imaginations are coming. You should have heard about near-death experiences, how people have undergone the transit. So there are people, some are even recently I heard the real experience, that some bad images are coming. And let's say that it says that like from hell or the preta lokas, the bad worlds, they are coming and asking to come to their world, right? And some are coming from the heaven, sort of good beings are there. And again, sometimes the Buddha image may appear. So in this state, you need to have the consciousness, you need to have the awakened nature to recognize them as these are also mental images. And these are perceived by the mind. And if we have practiced enough earlier to let them go, not to attach to any of these things. Because that we have practiced this impermanent nature, non-self nature. Then that's why I was asking that if the thoughts are coming, are you not non-attached to the thoughts? Can you stay without being attached to the thoughts? And can you notice the thoughts as thoughts? That which means you have such a good awareness, such a good wise reflection, the ability to catch, you are that much skilled. Then if you say no, that you can find your own answer. Then if you say that, okay, that is not possible, that is very difficult, which means you have to keep on practicing, right? So you got answer for your question. The non-so, monk-so, it doesn't matter whoever it is, but it matters how much the inner nature is trained to let go. Mind is, that's where we are trying to, the mind is not a constant thing. Mind means the collection of thoughts. And the emptiness is also there, arising and passing away. And also the emptiness is there. The collection of thoughts is creating that I, me, mind, the whole world, that whatever the phenomena, whatever the drama. Yeah, that's what. If you are not trained, untrained minds, in untrained minds, the fear is arising. Fear of the unknown. Yeah, fear of the unknown. But now I am talking about these unknown things, difficult things. So don't worry about it. Even when you are in the nursery, that you can't write letters, no? Then the kids are starting to cry, we can't go to the school, we can't go. Even how that we didn't know, we didn't want to learn, study the difficult things. But I heard that there were some doctors and the educated people are there. So you didn't know any subjects about right? Difficult. And I am trying my best to, that is my because even this cannot be taught in one night, 2 nights. That's why the rebirth, we have to accept the rebirth, that Buddha even practiced eons of lifetimes. But what I say, so the intentions of that we can do that. Because I noticed even that I did that the Poe Day program, people have told that it was difficult. But I do simple things. See, how many simple things I did, see? Right? So, yeah, the difficult part is also there, simple part is also there. But don't worry about the difficult part. Just be aware that is difficult, but you will get to know. That's what, it's impossible. At the beginning, it's impossible. While doing, it's possible. At last, it's nothing. This is how we have to train ourselves. If you are happy, based on the happiness, they will be going to the relevant heaven, right? Even there, that you think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Buddha's perspective,
yeah, it's a temporary kind of thing.
it is also temporary. Buddha was asking once I think Arahant Sariyut has gone to one person. Now the names are not coming to me. Then Arahant Sariyut Thero has preached Dhamma. And he has, Arahant Thero has supported this person to come to a state where he will be reborn in a heaven. Then he came back to the Buddha, and Buddha saw this. Buddha has seen this. Then Buddha has asked Sariyut Thero, why did you do that? Why didn't you show him the liberation, the point of liberation? Why did you stop at this point where you are showing only the heaven to him? That was the Buddha's question. Right? So that's why even Arahant Moggallana has gone to I think Tautisa once, and he has, he's with the toe, no? With the toe of the leg, he has just made a touch to the heaven, let's say the plane. It has shaken. Then all the gods have been scared. That's because the lifetime is too long. Even when we go to that the subtle state of being, we cannot experience the suffering nature. Buddha said this whole world is based on the suffering. So if we are believing, if we have taken the refuge of Buddha, so these are the things we have to consider, whether we are going to the heaven or no. Buddha said, where there's the vipassana, the insight meditation, there will be only few people. So the rituals and other things, so there will be so many people. So where this thing is, the vipassana is being discussed about finding about your true self, how to reach Nibbana, there will be only few. We can actually think about how our rebirth is going to happen based on this life. Let me wind up the session telling a story. I think, Venerable, your question was answered by the Bhante there, right? There was a person, he wanted to see the hell, right? Then, this is a nice story which I am telling the children. So, we all are children today, and each and every moment. So, then there was a monk, venerable monk, who was meditating and who has developed his meditation. And this person thought that if I go to that monk, venerable, I would be able to get to know, I would be able to see the hell, actually the hell. Actually, where is the hell? Yeah, so then this person went and was talking to the Bhante and asked, Bhante, I want to see the hell. Please show me the hell. Then Bhante said, you want to see the hell? Okay. Then he was just waiting, and then he was, all of a sudden, he started to scream at him, blame. He was scolding at him. Then the person, what happened to him? What happened to the person? If I now start to scream at you, blame you, that you venerables are saying this is difficult, so how come? And if I am going to blame you, what will happen to you? What is your mindset? What sort of emotions you will be getting? So the person got angry. The person was so furious. And then the Bhante said to a person, there's a mirror inside my room, bring the mirror. Now you know. What did the Bhante did? He just showed the mirror in front of the person and see, this is the hell. You wanted to see the hell. Now see, look through the mirror. You can see the hell. So, if this is the way you are, this is how your next rebirth, the rebirth will be. How you live this life, this moment, next moment, Again, now no. So this present life, the way of living, you should have seen some people are living like pretas, like the very stingy, very aggressive. No, that is their way of living. And some people are very kind-hearted, very generous, very loving. Some are even liberated, moment by moment. So, rebirth is the next moment. The moment you die, the moment you are born. So, that when you are practicing how to non-agitated, how to be non-agitated. So, when you keep on practicing and you are letting it to last, develop within yourself, inculcate it inside yourself. So, that will decide where you will be going.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Bhante, Ayya. I'm just a layman. To relate to today's topic, do you believe in rebirth? What I want to know is that, of course, we do not wish to have rebirth. We want to break the cycle and achieve Nibbana. But what I want to know is that at the point of death, what determines our next rebirth? Is it our previous life karma? Although we don't know what we did in our previous life, there are so many karmas that happened in the previous life that would determine our next rebirth. But the last moment of breath is that I know that we live moment to moment, the thoughts that you were talking about. So the thoughts is very important. The last moment, is it to have the empty mind, or do we have a mind of image of a Buddha at the time when we are passing on? How should we control our mind at that time? I know it's moment to moment. It's an empty mind or a pleasant mind of having an image of a Buddha, because there's some Buddha religion, the Mahayanas, they're talking about, they have an image of the Amitabha, the Buddhas. So it's a different stream of Buddhism. So what is most important, the last moment before we pass on, is what kind of thought, empty thought or a pleasant image of a Buddha? Although we can't control what happened in our previous life karma that determines next rebirth, what is most important? Thank you. Sadhu.
Yeah, actually, yes, your question is how to control. Actually, we can't control, right? Let's say that the image of the Buddha will come, the emptiness will be coming, the things. So just through the practice you are learning, but you cannot decide now about that moment. That is something going to happen in the future, right? But you can be aware if that is what meditation is. Now let's say the image of Buddha is coming, right? Or image of the devil is coming. Image of the Buddha, image of the devil, both are what are these? Just images. What is happening? The nature of the mind is the Buddha, that the attachment. But what is the message of the Buddha? Don't even attach to me. So then, let's say that we have developed the practice. Let go of that. Now, here and now. Then what's happening? Even at the death point, even it's coming, it will just go away. It's just go away. Because our way of practicing will be lasting. And even the death point is, the point of dying is a very crucial, very powerful point. So, but in this life, we have realized what actually this the real emptiness is. The mind will be drawn into that emptiness. I am wrong also if I say that. So this which means the body will be back to the earth. The mind nature that will be dissolved. No the aggregation is happening. No collection is happening. So that's what I was trying to explain. with this the hetum paticca sambhuta hetubanga nirujjati, which means when the causes are there, the things are happening. Now when the image is coming, right? So what's happening? Usually seeing is happening. Oh, that in that sense, it is not the physical seeing. See, it is the mental seeing. But let's say that our nature is there to recognize this is just a mental image. So then they are finishing. That we have here, this system has the practice to merge with that the emptiness or the cessation. So then it will be dissolved into that cessation. That is what we call the dissolution. Right? These are the theoretical explanations, but you have to experience through your own practice here and now, here and now, here and now. So I think Suranga is also looking, the time is up. So, and I think you all enjoyed, even it's so difficult. And so you are rejoicing. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate everybody's the active participation, and I'm really grateful for that. And I am happy for that. So if there are any suggestions for tomorrow's talk, please do so. And that it is about, again, meditation, so we can move more into mindfulness activities and the mindfulness practices, because it's the term meditation. So then let's wind up the session. Let's pass all the merits accumulated, all the good vibes accumulated to all beings. May all beings be well, be happy, be in peace, and may they be able to reach Nibbana very easily. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.